always get nervous during a television interview. It feels like, yeah,
Well,
whatever.
good news is this isn't a television
I know,
interview because I don't
know.
work for MSN. It's just got my regular camera here at any rate. So, you know, the other day I dropped this phone. I've dropped it so many times, and I always figured that's probably the worst thing in my life that it can happen with a phone. So I got it fixed.
That's great.
But it kind of brought me back to things that are out there. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to have to buy a new phone. And I thought, well, do I want to buy a smartphone, or do I just want to get one with no data, or do I want to get one of those old flip phones?
Yeah.
And what happens, I find out that Bell apparently is not even going to support flip phones anymore. And I'm got kind of annoyed, so maybe I'll have to get a phone with no data. Problem is, they're all smartphones these days.
They are.
Smartphone is a 5G network device. You can still get on some on the 4G, but 5G, I think that's even obsolete now. There's so many different frequencies out there, and these phones are actually harmful to you. When you're talking, you're getting this 5G. And that brings up a concern to everybody out there. There's all of these towers everywhere. Some of them are on buildings, some of them are standalone.
Yeah.
And this frequency that is emitted to them and towards them is affecting your body. And so I think it's important to develop a defense for people.
Very important. As you and I did, we've been working on this project for a few months, and we have actually tested certain things, driven around all over the city, and have virtually seen all of the rays or whatever that have been, you know, put out there through the 5G, and how dangerous it is, and definitely came to the conclusion that people need to be protected against that. That's virtually one of the reasons why. I have constructed this jacket. It's very quality made. And it has a military grade protection in it. So there are...
Let me see. Okay. There are others out there, or different styles?
There are different, not just different styles, but different, they use a different type of so-called 5G protection. I believe it's some sort of a silver type of a fabric.
Okay.
I've been constructing and have a design background, actually, textile expert for quite a number of years, okay?
Yeah.
So I can virtually feel something and tell if it is of good quality or not. So for me, anybody that kind of knows me for the type of person I am, I don't want to put myself out there unless it is a quality product, okay?
Right.
So you and I have tested, and we've done a lot of research on this, and now that we have come together and actually found something that is absolutely the very best quality, you know, now's the time to begin.
Well, you were mentioning the touch and the feel of something.
Yeah.
And to me, this just feels like a jacket.
Yeah.
I mean, how does this protect you?
It is actually the protection that is inside. So there are layers in here, as when we test the jacket itself. There are layers, so there's 3 layers, right? The protective is what is inside the jacket, okay?
Wow, I can't even feel anything.
No, you can't. No.
Wow, that's well put together.
Yeah. So it's actually the outer core fabric is a weather resistant fabric, and it's constructed in such a way that this is going to last. It's very durable, as you will see how it is made here.
Yeah, because that's important, because me, I just throw these jackets on, I'm sitting on it. I have a habit of taking the jacket off. Okay, don't do this at home, folks, but
Yeah.
I'll throw it on the ground, I'll throw it on the floor. I'm in and out. Sometimes when I'm loading my van, instead of putting on a work jacket, I'll just leave what I'm wearing on. And I'm really hard on clothes.
Oh, for sure.
I really
can
am.
believe it, totally, but yeah.
So you think that this will stand up to
It
everyday
will
use?
definitely, it will
whatnot?
definitely stand up, that is for sure. I've put together specific fabrics, especially due to outdoors, right? The water resistant, number one. The inside of it, the protective fabric, and also the lining protection underneath or over top of that, right?
Okay.
So it isn't compiled in such a way. I have constructed the actual jacket to be durable throughout all weather. So I've made it very loose fitting so that you can put a hoodie underneath. And
See, I have my hoodie here.
yep. And then so in the wintertime also, you can put it underneath, right? Without buying, spending money on this, that, and everything else. So the basic care of the jacket, we are going to treat it like any other, say if you have leather products or any specialty type of garment, you're gonna follow those directions to keep your garment, the best that you can, right?
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed also, you're not going to see this because I'm sitting down, but it's a fair length. It's not
Yeah.
past my knees or anything,
Yeah.
but I think it's important because the 5G,
Yeah.
everyone thinks about the 5G and the EMF radiation rays. Everyone thinks, oh, it's just going after your head.
No.
And of course, you want to protect your brain. And so I'm thinking, well, how's a jacket going to help that? And it's got the hoodie on it. So it's a big hoodie, so if I'm wearing a, can I get that on? If I'm wearing a toque or another hat, it will help.
True.
And of course, there will be I believe a pull string.
Yeah,
When
there will
yeah.
be a couple of different types.
Okay.
One, as you have there. The other will be able to snap your sleeve, so it will be a specific cup.
Okay.
And then also in the hood, it will be enclosed so that you will have just virtually your eyes, right? So that's protecting you. And the reason that I made it that length specifically, and custom design can be made longer, or any variation as to like size or anything like that, right? But the length of it is to actually protect your bottom, torso, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
your private parts all the way up to your head
Yes.
are protected because these rays that are emitted, they can affect your kidneys, your reproductive tract,
Yeah.
your brains, just
Your
about
heart.
everything. Your
Your
heart.
heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's important, and having a good quality jacket that's not going to fall apart is also very important.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to buy something, you don't want to go too cheap because then it won't last.
Yeah.
So you want to pay for quality and you
Yes.
want to make sure it lasts.
Yes.
And I happen to know that Carmelita knows what she's doing. At least I think she does.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to put her on the spot there, but you know what? This is an impromptu
yeah.
discussion about these jackets and
So
everything.
actually a little bit about my background. So I've been in design for a lot of years. I actually have a background as to more high-end fashion, but this is virtually a very practical type of garment. But actually I know a lot about textiles. I worked in specialty textile prior to moving to Calgary, and so the background, like for design and everything, has given me a lot of knowledge, and plus actually really caring about what's happening to my fellow patriots around the world and wanting to see everybody protected. And because eventually there is going to be a day, which maybe in the foreseeable future, where actually you can actually target people for certain things, and this is going to protect you for that.
Which is good.
Not only that, but there will be an inside for your cell phone devices, any sort of devices like that will be non-traceable. You won't be able to be tracked, right?
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a separate
Yes. Yes.
Or is this going to be
It
part
is
of the
going to
jacket,
be,
or is it
it will,
both, or?
no, it will be, okay, so actually both. There will be two types. One specifically for your body like that, another incorporated so that your phone or any sort of device like that, non-traceable, any sort of ray like having to do with that, it will be actually part of your jacket. Those are being developed right now. I changed things somewhat to give different people different, protection of what they're looking for.
Yeah, so some people will want to put their phone in their pocket, but you will have also perhaps a case that fits on your belt?
Yes,
So
that is
totally different?
also in progress as we speak. So we have developed a specific leather case and a little compartment inside that will completely cut out every bit of tracing or
Of the,
Yeah.
No, that's good to know, because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you're wearing your jacket open, it's protecting you where your the radiation is hitting you, and the rays from the 5G are hitting you. But if you have it open, of course, if the rays come in this way, then it's not going to protect you. However, when you do it up, then you're 100, well, I say 100% protected, but there's nothing's 100%, but it's going to knock it down to, if anything gets through, it's a safe level.
Yeah.
And that's very important. However, for your phone, especially your iPhones here, for some reason they seem to be able to be used even through some of this fabric if you don't design it properly. So that's why when you put it in your jacket and you hide it, it's knocking most of the rays down. But if you want it to be 100% not usable, so if someone phones you or someone's tracking you, then we suggest that you actually put it in the specific case for your phone. And that way they won't work at all. We have tested prototypes and we're developing that, so that's important. Because,
Very important.
I mean, you can never have 100% stopping any rays.
With the clothing area, no.
Yeah,
No,
so-
not 100%, but yeah.
But it's better than nothing. People may not be aware of this, but when you're driving down the road at intersections, there seems to be a concentration of the rays hitting the intersections. Is it by design? I've got a very suspicious mind, and I think so. That's why you need this clothing when you're driving around. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Anything else you're thinking about that you might want to add to this?
No, the only thing is that there are variations out there that are, marketed, but the time that we have actually spent on trying to perfect this, right? And to actually, for me, to turn it around and construct quality, up to the roof type of protection, I believe over that period of time, right, even of certain frustration, right, I believe that we have like a very top quality, not just in the way that the jacket is constructed, but absolutely the type of protection that is actually inside it, right? As opposed to a lot of the replications and silver, whatever type of fabrics out there, right?
Yeah, because there is a lot of different
Yeah.
claims out there. We know we've just tested these locally. These are not mass produced on some assembly line,
No.
by the way.
No,
They really aren't.
no.
And I think for now that's a very important aspect. And it's high quality thread, sewing, everything. I'm impressed by them. I'm not the designer, but I've been researching a little bit into this, and I think it's important that we all protect ourselves as much as possible. And this is a really good way of doing it. You invest, sometimes someone will go to a coffee shop and they'll buy a $10 coffee, and some people just buy a $1.50 coffee. Well, there's a difference in them. So it depends what you want, but if you want the quality, this is the way to go. Definitely.
As far as pricing, we have tried to be as reasonable and fair with the pricing, I would say, to be comparable and, as far as that goes for the market. Virtually, there's a lot that you can buy a lot cheaper, whatever, but trust me, it'll probably fall apart, a couple washes or whatever have you.
Right, yeah, no, that's
That's a
it's
very,
important to
very
know.
specific, important thing. With my background, that's why I've been trying this like over and over to perfect us to have such a quality garment.
No,
Yeah.
that's good. So if this gets wet, will it still work?
Yes, it will. So when you do wash it, and given the type of fabric that it is, that's why there's special instruction for washing and care, right? Just like you would, like say, a leather garment or any such specific type of a garment, right?
Okay.
So you would hand wash, hang to dry. And for people that want a specified type of protection, garment that they are paying for, right? You want to keep it, you want to upkeep the best possible way that you can.
Okay, no, that's great. So, that's good information to know. What I was sort of getting at here is, let's say I'm walking out and it starts raining outside.
Yeah.
Will it still work?
It is going to
will the
work.
shielding still work?
The shielding is definitely still going to
So
work.
if it's snowing,
It
if there's
is,
a windstorm
yes,
or anything like that,
definitely.
it's not going to make this
No.
break apart and then
No.
have rays go through it.
No,
Okay.
and that is mostly part of the protection that you are paying for in a quality garment, okay?
See, and I just want to show something to people. As you can see here, you don't see anything. It looks like a regular jacket. Trust me. It's a secret method of installing this shielding. I'm just kidding.
Top secret,
Oh, by the way, I can edit this.
top secret.
Top secret and everything. So, no, it's important. Somebody looks at this, and if you don't want them to know that you're a little paranoid about all these rays that are being emitted and destroying your body, you can have this on, and people just think it's good, and it looks good too. So, that's important.
I think most people nowadays, especially the ones that are active and actually non-closed-minded individual, know what is happening in the world today. And so that is another reason for developing such a garment, right, for protection. As a lot of us are very well known, like we know what's going on. So that is, you know, a main concern, eh?
Well, that's definitely been a concern of me, because I'm what you call boots on the ground. I'm out there every day, telling people what's going on in the world, doing rallies, and there could be a time when, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but maybe there's a weapon out there that could be aimed at you. At least, we don't know anything about weapons, but this is designed to block the regular rays, so it's going to help you at any rate. And a lot of times we do rallies in prime locations, and that's where there's a lot of exposure to all of these Wi-Fi towers, everything. So it's very important to have quality and to be able to wear it whenever. I mean, it's light enough that it could be worn when it's warmer out, and it's light enough that it'll fit under a coat, so you can adapt it however you want. I don't know if there's anything else we need to say about the clothing.
No.
Did you make me a pair of socks yet?
Yeah.
No socks. Oh,
No.
come on.
And,
my toes are important.
Yeah. So in the near future, there will be very specific things coming out.
Okay.
I see that there are a lot of virtually just random things out there, like specific pieces of clothing. We are specializing in specific clothing, right?
Okay, good.
Not just
Good.
randomly like this, and that, because you can't perfect. So, as per se, just to give you an example, like a knitted toque, well, you cannot properly construct any sort of protection under that without it looking like a disaster, right? So you have to incorporate these type of things into headgear a very certain specific way. And
Okay.
anybody that tells you different is not doing it properly. So
Grab me
there
a
will
needle
be,
and a thread, and
yeah.
I'll put one together for you.
yeah, but yeah, so anyway, yeah,
That's a joke.
Yeah.
Carmelita has no
Yeah.
confidence in my sewing ability.
Yeah.
Thank heavens.
But, no, but you know what I'm
I
saying,
offered to
right?
help cut some
Yeah.
fabric one day, but
Yeah.
you know, that was
No, but,
not
no,
gonna
but I'm
happen.
very specific, right? So I
Yeah.
may be a little whatever, but I'm perfectionist. I want things done perfectly and of very good quality, and I would not be standing behind anything if it were less.
No, that's good to know. And we'll do some more videos later. We'll show you some more things about the clothing. We'll bring out my meter. We can show different ways it blocks all of the different rays that are coming at you. But you know you need protection from the 5G, and so that's what we're going to offer.